Hey everybody, today I want to talk to you about 5 keys to stop procrastinating. So I started last week, I was getting really stuck in my head. I was getting really resistant to taking some stuff on that was really critical and important to my business. And I finally got sort of fed up and I moved myself forward. But I got curious about what are the things that people take on in order to bust themselves out of procrastinating. I had found myself puttering around the house, watering the plants, folding laundry, doing all of those things just to avoid doing the thing that I was wanting to do. So I've got 5 keys, 5 different ways that you can avoid procrastination. So let's start with the first one. First one is create a fake deadline for yourself. Now I gotta be honest, this is a little bit slippery for a lot of people, but if you're the type of person who works well under a deadline and you've got the willpower and the self-control to be able to stick to that, then possibly putting a deadline in your calendar and working towards it would be a great way to motivate yourself to get moving forward. Second point is to up the ante on your accountability. What this means is stop acting alone and stop hiding out. I know this is really tough for a lot of us because those of us who are highly productive, high energy people, we also have this story that we have to do everything ourselves. And that's absolutely not the case. Build some accountability into your life that's going to get you moving forward. So some of the ways you could do this is to make your goals public, put them on loudspeaker, announce in a public forum, whether it's on social media or whether it's with your colleagues. Tell them what you are going to do and have them hold you accountable to it. That's a really great way of doing it. Another way is to actually create a team of people to support you. I know this is really uncomfortable. It's super uncomfortable for me, but oftentimes having a bunch of people who are interested in supporting you and seeing you win is one of the best ways to get yourself moving forward and to call you out when you're getting stopped. The third key to combat procrastination is to do the hardest thing first. There's a saying that some people who have this practice, they say, eat the frog first. It's the least desirable thing to do, but once you get it out of the way, if you can force yourself to eat the frog and actually do the hardest thing first, everything else after that becomes a piece of cake. You can also try using Mel Robbins' 5-second rule as a way of getting yourself into that movement, into that motion. So if you've read Mel Robbins' book, you start and you launch yourself, you count down from 5 to 1, and at 1, you just get up and you do the thing. So that would be the third possibility. Fourth possibility is to bankrupt the behavior that's getting in the way. Now, this is what actually happened to me this last week, is I got clear on what my goal was, and I also got clear on the impact of inaction. I really saw for myself, it was like, wow, I really want this thing out there, and everything that I'm doing right now is getting in the way of doing that. Once you've distinguished the impact of not taking the action, the impact of procrastinating, then you can actually choose and bankrupt whatever it is that's going on and choose outside of that. That happened to me. I finally just saw what the impact was of my not taking on the actions that I had promised to do. And I simply just decided, you know what? I'm going to choose outside of that. I'm going to do the next action. And it really moved things for me. It got me moving forward. The fifth key to combat procrastination is to do something. Do anything. Even if it's the tiniest thing, if it's the smallest step. Because they also say, I seem to be full of all sorts of eating analogies today, that the best way to eat an elephant is 1 bite at a time. So take that bite. I don't know why I'm also recommending that we eat animals. I'm really not. But do something. And sometimes it just has to be the smallest thing that loosens the boulder, that moves the log in the dam, all those different metaphors that I could come up with. So create an artificial deadline, up the ante on your accountability, do the hardest thing first, bankrupt your current behavior and choose outside of it, or simply do something. These are 5 great ways to combat procrastination. And so now that I've made this video, I'm going to move on and choose something else because I've been procrastinating doing this. I hope you all have a great day. Hey, listen, if these tips and tricks really interest you, please consider joining my community at www.blueprintforliving.coach/join. And you can also like this video, subscribe to this channel, all those great things that you can do to support me. But please join my community, and I'll have more of this for you next week. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.